Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and here are 1,487 things to pay attention to for the upcoming trading week. Wait a minute, Merlin, normally we do 3 things. What's going on? We don't have this kind of time. Well, I'm going to start things off with the earnings calendar for this week, which is huge. There are some massive names, and just the sheer quantity is overwhelming. Now, last week you had Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, so a lot of those FANG stocks reporting with huge volatility. Some reporting bad earnings and skyrocketing, some reporting great earnings and tanking. You just never know with earnings. Therefore, pay attention this week. As you can see on the screen here, we got 1,487 companies reporting. We'll start things off on Monday with just a few big names you might recognize. You have Arista Networks, Mosaic, and ON Semiconductor. Tuesday brings you AMD, BP, Pfizer, Starbucks, Skyworks Communications, Teva Pharmaceuticals, and Biogen. Wednesday, we usher in CVS, Energy Transfer Partners, Etsy, and Metlife. Thursday brings you Square, now called Block. You've got Illumina, Dominion, Shopify, the Chinese electric vehicle darling NIO, and ConocoPhillips. And finally on Friday, you've got Cigna and Enbridge. Now, again, there's a lot of them being reported. Why am I only showing these few? Because those are the biggest market cap ones. However, make sure you check your earnings calendar so you don't get caught off guard by one of the stocks that you're trading coming out with earnings and disappointing you or creating shock to your portfolio. Now, let's move on to the real stuff, the movers and shakers. Over the past year or so of doing this, we've talked a lot about the Fed funds futures. We've talked a lot about inflation, GDP, unemployment. All those factors are going to come to light on Wednesday. The FOMC will be meeting on Wednesday. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the expectation right now is they're going to raise rates. Now, we already had a 25 basis point increase. Now they're talking about potentially raising it another 50, which would bring it up to right around 1% for the Fed funds futures. Now, why is this important? Because normally when you start a cycle of increasing rates, what you do is you do little baby steps, small little steps to see what the impact for the economy is. You don't want to go too aggressive because that could shock the system. So you should go 25 basis points, 25, 25, 25 over each meeting and see how it starts to slowly impact. However, the Fed has backed themselves into a corner, and right now they're going, uh-oh, this is not working well, inflation's out of hand. Expectation is no longer 25 basis point jump at this meeting, it's 50. And there are some grumblings of 75, but right now if you look at the Fed funds futures, there's about a 96% probability that that May 4th meeting will be a 50 basis point increase in the Fed funds futures, which could create a lot of waves to the market. Now, that's one aspect of it. The second part's going to come 30 minutes later. As you can see, you have a press conference where Jerome Powell will be fielding questions from all over the world where people going, what on earth are you doing? Why did you raise 50 basis points? What's happening with our economy? Are we really in that bad a shape for you to do 50 basis point increase? Now, who knows which way it's going to go? It's all talk and, grandstanding, if you will, by the media and by the Fed, but it will be very important because it's going to create a lot of waves for the U.S. equity markets, which at this point is the lead dog for the global economy. Now, we can backstep here because we've done Wednesday on for the Fed. Let's take a quick look at what's going to happen Tuesday because I've got more banks for you. I've got 2 more rate announcements happening this week. We'll start things off with the central bank from the Southern Hemisphere. The Reserve Bank of Australia, they will be making an announcement. Now, they've been stuck at 0.1% for a long time, basically keeping their pedal to the metal, and they're a little late, but they're starting to raise. The expectation is they're going to raise their rates up to 25 basis points. So that announcement by the Reserve Bank of Australia will be coming out Tuesday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right around the crack of midnight. And there's one more. And that's going to happen on Thursday. In honor of Cinco de Mayo, the Bank of England has said, you know what, let's throw our hat in the ring on Thursday, May 5th. We are going to have a rate announcement as well, and we are going to raise. That's going to happen at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're going to jump their rates up to about 1%. So the bottom line is this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you have a lot of central bank announcements which could create a lot of volatility in our markets. So if you active traders out there, you should be rubbing your hands like Gollum in Lord of the Rings going, yes, this is going to be a great week for trading. We'll see you next week on Monday Morning Must Knows.